at the very beginning, we go, wouldn't it be cool if we could work with John Blanche? And it was like, well, what's stopping us? Thanks, John, for inviting us into your home.
Thank you for coming.
Oh yes, it's amazing. We've got some questions we'd love to ask you.
Think about the first time you discovered war games and the first time that you went into a game store. Those universes that you fell in love with were definitely heavily inspired by John Blanche.
What John Blanche means to me, that's a big question. He may be the most important figure for inspiration for how I paint miniatures today.
I was always absolutely awestruck by the Gothic at a time where I assumed all observers and purveyors of great art always leaned towards the Italian Renaissance. I could never understand that.
John's unique way of presenting a setting is just something that I think nobody has ever done before or probably will do after. Let's not forget that John is an artist with a big A. He's not just painting miniatures or drawing weird characters up. He invents so much more than that. The depth that it goes to is incredible.
Northern Europe Renaissance is far, far grittier, far, far grimmer, far darker, and where that came from, who knows, eh? I've got the northern spirit in my, not my belly, but in my soul.
You have that inspiration. Wouldn't it be cool if we made a paint set with John Blanche? And then we think, well, what could it look like? And then obviously that's when your mind starts to run. We sat with John and looking at John, work with the colours, talk to Thomas, to see if we can create something that has all the flavours of John's painting, but allows any normal mortal like me to have a go, see if we can replicate that, or even to add it to our own style. And I think that is quite unique in that we have really worked with John to make sure this looks like something that would come from John. We've put lots of real thought in, right down to how the box looks and everything.
What we wanted to achieve was that we wanted to emulate his palette into two paint sets. Being a fan of him, I can look at his artwork and have an idea of what kind of palette he uses. So when we started creating the set with a reference to the existing Warpaint Fanatics and washes and speed paints that we have, we sent him a bunch of paints, kind of narrowed down and controlled to what we thought his palette would be like, and let him play with the paints and give us some feedback on what he wanted. He really liked the products that we provided for him.
The base colours are perfect. They are what they say they are, base colours, and they work well with one coat, and then I can use these washes or speed paint to utilising the textures and shadows, giving depth to that original colour. The ones I've used seem to do it mainly all on their own, and with a little bit of help for a bit of water on a brush, perfecto. It's so much choice there with the Army Painter range. My two little exercises will lend you to the darker aspects of figure painting. There seem to be a lot of people that want to paint like Blanchett, so, and some of them are really good at it, so I wish I could paint like that.
The Army Painter is proud to partner with one of the most influential artists in wargaming history, John Blanche, to bring you the debut of our Masterclass Paint Series. We launched a series with volumes 1 and 2 featuring a total of 20 colors. 19 of the 20 colors in this range are completely new. Each set features a carefully curated mix of Warpaint's Fanatic and Speedpaints, including colors from the famed Zorn Limited palette, all hand-selected by John himself. Some of the colors found inside the series complement the flexible color triads, while others are intensely saturated and specialized, seamlessly integrating with your existing Army Painter collection. Volume 1 introduces 10 rich colors, including a unique speed paint, 6 new Warpaint's Fanatic acrylics, 4 of those that expand on the flexible color triad system. Rounding out this set are 2 washes and a metallic. Everything you need to bring John Blanche's vision to life. Volume 2 also offers 10 lush colors, including another unique speed paint, 6 new Warpaint's Fanatic acrylics, 4 of those expanding on the color triad system. It's finished with a wash, a metallic, and 1 effect paint to complete your collection. This collector's quality series also features exclusive artwork by John Blanche, along with a free, high-quality print, making it an absolute must-have for enthusiasts and collectors. Whether you're aiming to master your miniatures in John's signature style or forge your own artistic saga with colors inspired by the legend, the John Blanche Masterclass Series is essential for any hobbyist. Order yours today at thearmypainter.com.
You introduced me to Army Painter paints, and I never used them before in my life, and they turn out to ideally suited to me, or they are the best paints I've ever used for miniatures. It's simple as that.